Hey party people, this is Jessica from Lucent Glass, your favorite art glass supply store located in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. On today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to cut a circle in glass. We're going to learn how to cut circles by hand. I'm going to show you how to use the Silberschnitt mini circle cutter, as well as the Silberschnitt steel wheel 24-inch circle cutter. And I'm going to provide options on how to break the score line. If you love getting art glass tutorial updates, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as leave us a comment of other tutorials you'd like to see in the future. Thank you for watching. We'll get started. First, we'll cut this circle by hand. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to separate my circle away from the rest of the glass. Score across the glass, and I'll break this apart. We'll need to start off the edge of the glass, and we'll work our way into the circle. We're going to score all the way around and meet back where we started. I'll be turning the glass with my free hand as I'm continuously applying downward pressure with my right hand. I'll start here on my dotted line off to the side, and I'll start to work my way into the circle. Next, I'll go in with my grazing pliers and I'll start to pull away the excess. The glass will just naturally break off to the side. You can pull off any small amounts with your grazing pliers. Fix it up in the grinder where it needs to be and smooth down the edges, and you have a hand cut circle. Next, we have our Silberschnitt mini circle cutter. This is a high quality glass cutter made in Germany. I would totally buy this tool again. We cut hundreds and hundreds of circles for our drop-in sessions, for our ornaments in the Christmas season, and whenever we need a circle under 8 inches, we'll always go for the Silberschnitt mini circle cutter. You can cut repetitive circles one after another, and they're always going to be the same size. It has a carbide wheel on it with a swivel head, and it's just an amazing tool. We love our Silberschnitt mini circle cutter. This tool will cut up to 8 inch to as small as a 3/8 inch circle. So there's a big range. It has a metric scale here, and then you can adjust for the size of the circle. I'm going to cut us a 2-inch circle, and I'll tighten the knob. This is just a rubber mat that you can buy at any dollar store. It didn't come with the mat, but we like to use it with the mat. And we're going to cut our 2-inch circle on float glass. The Silberschnitt mini circle cutter is a dry cutter. At times I will add on some oil onto the glass just to help lubricate the wheel for a longer wheel life. This here is an L square that can help hold your glass in place if it will make it easier for when you're scoring. Okay, so I just like to double check my glass is fully under the circle cutter, and once I'm feeling confident, I'll apply downward pressure on the handle and I'll circle all the way around. Then we have a score here. There's a couple ways you can break this score. Often you'll see glass artists take the scored side, flip it upside down so that it's face down onto the table, and they'll start to press along the score. You'll see the score run, and I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but the score line has been broken, but the glass is too tight to let it go. Then I'll flip it back to the right side and we'll put score lines on the north, south, east, and west. Flip it back over face down, and then you can press on those score lines to pop out the circle. And you get a really nice, clean break with that method. But to be honest, that one is not always accessible for a lot of people, and they end up accidentally breaking their circle. You can take a similar method to how we cut out the circle by hand. Okay, create a relief line that goes up into the score, and you can start to break it away. And you still get a nice clean cut with that method. Sometimes you might have to take off a couple little points with the grossing pliers. Our next cutter is the 24-inch steel wheel Silberschnitt cutter. In store, we sell the carbide wheel cutters because they're overall a nicer tool, so we decided to carry that one instead. But they work the same way. The steel wheel cutter has a turret here with 6 cutter wheels on it. As they start to dull, you turn this turret here and you can have a fresh steel wheel. Again, it's a dry cutter, but we always recommend adding on some oil to the glass for a cleaner score line. This cutter has a suction cup here that attaches to the glass while you're scoring. If you have a heavily textured glass or a glass that doesn't have a smooth surface, then the suction cup is not always effective, and it's likely you'll have to hold it in place. Usually I don't go smaller than 5 inches on this cutter, and then you can go all the way up to 24 inches. I think we're going to keep it around 6 today, and we'll tighten that there. We'll cut it on this piece of float glass. Line it up. Make sure nothing's going to block your cutter, because you have to be able to swivel the arm all the way around. So remove any objects in the way. Once you're happy with the positioning, you can lock it in place and the suction cup will hold onto the glass. From there, we'll apply downward pressure and score all the way around. Release the suction cup. And we have our score line. You can flip that upside down and start to gently press along the score to start to run the score line. Flip it back onto the right side of the glass. North, south, east, and west. Flip it right side down, and you can press those 4 score lines to break the glass. So that is 3 ways to cut circles by hand. with the Silberschnitt mini circle cutter and the Silberschnitt 24-inch circle cutter. Find what works best for you. Let us know in the comments if you found this helpful. Thank you for watching another one of our YouTube tutorials, and we'll see you again soon.